there is one thing that every person that watches this documentary will share. Though some people are going to hate it, some people are going to love it. Regardless of where you stand, everyone will be uncomfortable watching this new politically charged film, Am I Racist? Conservative political commentator Matt Walsh sets out on a journey of self-realization across the United States to determine whether or not he, as a proxy for all of us, is a racist. He visits experts, attends seminars, and speaks with world-renowned authors in his irreverent path to become a diversity professional himself. And where that leads is hard-to-believe scenarios that may or may not answer the question for Matt: am I racist? I am self-proclaimed aggressively disinterested in politics, though I do try to stay informed. This is one of the reasons I love discussing films and even debating films. But Am I Racist is where these two worlds collide. And though no one cares about my political thoughts, I do feel informed enough to provide my thoughts on Am I Racist within the context of film. This is Matt Walsh's follow-up to last year's just as provocative What is a Woman? Though in that film, Matt essentially acted as a vehicle for others to speak, in this film, he is much more of a lead character. He places himself in increasingly uncomfortable scenarios in which he disrupts, confuses, and befuddles people from all walks of life, whether it be high-profile elite leaders within the world of diversity education, random people on the street, or even members of a bike gang. As each situation unfolds, I, as a member of the viewing audience, grow to be more increasingly amazed as to how on earth Walsh inserted himself into such interesting predicaments. And it surprised me how funny he genuinely is. In an early scenario, he awkwardly participates in a diversity class that grows more and more uncomfortable with every comment he makes.
Is it because I said I had 17 black friends? It might have been 15. It depends on how you count them.
In another scenario, he asks a woman to define mansplaining, to which he tells her she's wrong, then proceeds to mansplain to her what he felt should have been the correct response. This, along with many other scenarios, are so absurd it's hard for me to believe Walsh avoided physical harm while making this film. I will say that while the film made me laugh out loud many times with its awkward absurdity, it does come across at times as mean-spirited. On one hand, the unknowing participants often come across as patient and well-meaning throughout Walsh's antics. But on the other hand, their polarizing ideologies are exposed to the audience, allowing us to come to our own conclusions from the lens of Walsh's sardonic, deadpan humor. And again, let me reiterate, he is genuinely funny. Whether he's delivering a line as ridiculous as, "I've been a white man my entire life," or performing physical comedy as effective as any of the Three Stooges when he pretends to be a clumsy waiter at a women's event. If the goal of Am I Racist is to unify, I don't think it succeeds. But if it's aiming to be a compelling piece of political commentary for its target audience, mission complete. And what's amazing about the journey we take is that it actually has very little to do with race itself, but rather it forces us to examine the blunders we all make while tiptoeing around the sensitive subject. For my overall rating, I'm telling you, people will hate this movie, and people will love this movie. For me, though I think, like his first film, Matt Walsh doesn't quite know how to stick the landing at the end of his films, this is a step forward, and he is improving as a filmmaker, so I will give Am I Racist a solid 3.5 stars. It's one of those films that even those who may not enjoy it will be impressed by its commitment to tackle the sensitive topic so subtly referenced in its title. What do you think? Please leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this review, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss any of my future content. Also, you can watch my previous reviews by clicking on one of these boxes.